Hi, I'm V, and today I'm going to talk about elegant evening makeup. The first look that I'm going to do is a nude makeup look that I did a couple of weeks back at some event, and I got like a whole load of compliments on it. So, to begin with, I am going to start with a powder instead of a foundation. This is sort of like this is Chanel's Vitalumiere powder, which I've reviewed on my blog. I think last week or a couple of weeks back. It gives like really mild amount of coverage, and of course, like any good powder, it fills up your pores, and this also makes your skin look like a little luminous, especially a few hours after you've applied it. And also, just when you've applied it, doesn't look like unnatural or cakey and doesn't settle into your fine lines. The reason why I'm applying powder first is it is just too hot to be wearing like a cream or a liquid foundation, and I don't like those sort of matte effect foundations. I just feel like they look too chalky and unnatural. So the way I do my makeup is that I start with a powder and then I add concealer wherever I need to. So instead of concealer, I am using this Cover FX custom cover drops. These are basically, you can mix them in your foundation, you can mix them in your sunscreen, you can mix them in your sunscreen, you can mix them in your moisturizer. You can do like a whole lot of things with these custom cover drops. I like to use them as a concealer. This little breakout I had, so I just pat it on and then just dab, 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 dab. Okay, I find these are highly pigmented, and unlike concealer, which can be like extremely thick, these are not so thick. They are like almost liquid like. So if you have a breakout that is sort of, popping out, you don't want something thick on it, because that'll just like make it look even more obvious. I also use this under my eye. Also, when you use your powder first before you do your concealing, it just gives the concealer, especially in this weather, something. I think I put on too much concealer. Hang on, right now. It just gives your concealer something to hold on to. So just a little bit of this, pat it on like some red, this thing, not too much, around your mouth, sides of your nose. You'll be wearing a full face of makeup today, but because they'll be all like nude tones, it won't look obvious or garish at all. So now that I've done my foundation, the first thing I'm going to do is a little bit of eye makeup, subtle eye makeup. I've got my old favorite, this Chanel palette, which I've used in a lot of videos. You can see why it's my favorite, because it has all these very usable shades. So I'm using this copper one to just put all over my lid. This is an evening look, guys. So dark eyeshadow definitely looks great in the evening. So I've put this all over one lid. Now I'm putting it all over the other. Just dabbing it on with my fingers, not making it too complicated. Okay. Now once this is all over my lid, then I'm just going to take one of these sponges and take the darker color and then just enhance the crease of my lid. Okay, and blend it on the other side. Do that on the other eye also. Oops. And then blend it. You don't have to be like very, very exact with everything. This is a simple nude look. The only thing is that everything should be blended in really well. You don't want patchiness in your makeup. Especially when it's nude makeup, when it's blended in beautifully, it just looks like your entire face looks airbrushed in the best way possible. Not magazine airbrushed, which is fake and artificial. Once I've done this, yes, lastly, I'm just going to enhance my brow bone with this shimmery peach, not shimmery, but pearlescent peach eyeshadow. Then I'm going to quickly do my brows using my ancient Lancome pencil, but this is such a perfect color that I can't give it up. Filling in all those patches to make my brows even. Do it with short strokes, guys, instead of just like roughly, like sharply lining your brows like this, because then everyone can tell that they're not your own brows. Same thing here, short hair like strokes instead of one straight line. Looks far more natural. Try to make your brows as even as you can, but don't sweat. Too much of evenness is also not natural. We are not machine made. So how can everything be completely symmetrical and even, right? That asymmetry, that little bit of an imperfection is what makes us human. So I've done my brows. Oops, sorry, my pencil is just on its last breath. And now I'm going to add some mascara using the Chanel Volume Mascara, which if you've read my blog regularly, you'd know that this is my favorite because it doesn't smudge and you don't need to do much to sort of get clump-free voluminous lashes. There are lots of mascara that can give you voluminous lashes, oops, but there are very few that can give you clump-free volume. My God, that's a tongue twister. I'm going to do that on the other lashes also. I'm not going to put mascara on my brows, just my preference. I just don't want to look like, too Bambi-eyed. But if you want to put mascara on your lower lashes, please go ahead and do so. But if you're living in a humid climate, make sure that the mascara on your lower lashes is waterproof. Personally, I don't like waterproof mascaras at all because they're such a pain to remove, except for a few. But yeah, I prefer your normal mascaras. Now I have done this. Now I am going to shape my cheekbones. My cheekbones these days are just, I'm loving just enhancing my cheekbones. I've got these amazing contouring kits. Today I'm going to use this one by Kevyn, Aucoin, this one, if you can see it. Cheekbones are my new lipstick. Let's just put it like that. So I'm taking this warm brow, this color. I don't know whether you can see it. And then hollow up. Build it up slowly. You can go a little sharp with your cheeks because the rest of your makeup is so muted. But just keep it to your cheeks. Don't have to like contour every bit of your face, because again, that will not look very elegant. So we've got our cheeks and a little bit under the jawline. Yesterday I went to an event and everybody was talking about how like looking down into your phone gives everyone double chins. Maybe I'll like do some research on some exercises that kind of tighten your jaw, but that would be in the later batch of videos. But for now, we can do this to make our jawlines look a little more enhanced. And let's not forget the highlighter. I'm using this champagne colored highlighter, which is part of the Kevyn Aucoin kit. It's called some Celestial highlighting powder. This kit is so good. It's so difficult to make like mistakes with this kit. So for all those of you who are scared of contouring and highlighting, get this because they're such beautiful colors, so easy to blend in. Remember to keep your highlight on the tops of your cheekbones. Okay. A little bit on the bridge of your nose. I'm using the same brush. I mean, I don't really care. Around your temples and a little bit on your chin to get like overall glowy effect. And lastly, I'm finishing off with Bobbi Brown lipstick in brown. This is such a beautiful nude color. This was chosen for me specially by Miss Bobbi Brown herself when I'd met her like a few years back. This brown was amongst the first bunch of colors that she created. Her first lipstick range, this brown, I think it's number 4. Yeah, it's just a beautiful nude. So yes, this is very simple, chic, elegant nude look for the evening.